going in round 2. 3-part series of some deep channeling on retrograde season. So catch part 1 because it gives you a little preface of where we coming from. Part 2, trigger warning. We're going to be talking about the shadow aspects of Scorpio. All right? Drugs, sex, all of that stuff. We're going to be talking about it. Beware of the fox spirit. Family, come in because it's getting nippy. It's getting cold, but I'm braving the elements because this energy is too heavy. House can't do it. Now, let me find my notes. Yeah, I know. They don't want me to deliver this one. They don't want me to tell the truth about this one, y'all. Here. It's Fox Spirit. This is like my download book. Bless up. Thank you for returning back, y'all. This one is a heavier one. So disclaimer, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. This is going to be for a select few, all right, that have went through certain energies, those who have encountered the fox spirit, and those who may be in thralls or in the grasp of a fox spirit, okay? So the case study that we are going to be looking at is Julia Ross. Yeah, they don't want me to deliver this one, y'all. Magicians, the show The Magicians, y'all. I started rewatching the series. I already got to like season 5 and it started getting boring to me. I couldn't watch it all the way to the end. But recently, like a couple of days ago, when the moon hit Scorpio, I started getting the channelings. Go back to season 1 and start watching it. Plus, of certain things I have experienced in my life. Again, disclaimer, don't think that everything that I'm mentioning Empress done went through. Don't try to decipher what I went through or not. It's not about me. But we are going to be looking at the case study of Julia, okay? And Richard / Reynard. Okay, so Frequency, you seen it. Okay, so you watched the show, so you're going to know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Hold on, let me get my foundation position on. This is a hard message to deliver. Oh, it's scary. It's, you know how Scorpio and scary shit. Yo, right. Trigger warning if you experienced, you know what I'm saying? Any that's right. Listen. And not even just that. Remember, she went through all of that for a reason. I'm gonna break it down play by play. What in Julia? Okay, hold on. Let me take a sip. So, if you experience any traumatic experiences in reference to sex, and you don't want to hear certain things, I would say click off. You know what I mean? This message is not gonna be for everyone. Divine masculines, I know a lot of divine feminines with me, but divine masculines, even though I'm giving it, yeah, I'm giving this from the perspective of a feminine energy. This is for you too. Fox spirits do not discriminate. Fox spirits come in the form of feminine energy as well. Now, with that being said, we know that there's a positive side to Fox energy as far as, yes, but come on in. As far as being clever, being witty, being able to get out of tight situations. That's the positive energy of the fox spirit. You know, using fire for the fuel for you to be able to see certain things through in your life, right? But that's the problem with us chosen ones and those who work for the light or who seek light or who seek knowledge in people, who want to see the good in people, the hey energy that, always wants to be able to bring joy about in people's life, to have the benefit, to give benefit of the doubt, right? Even though I'm gonna show you when Julia even she was getting the intuition not to mess with Richard slash Reynard. Beware entanglements with the fox spirit. Let's go in. 3 is going to be posted on Patreon. I'm gonna have to do that one as a video where I'm gonna post, solutions, remedies, ways to heal yourself. Gail, yo, listen, let me tell you, this is some real shit. So, like I said, watching Panics, I'm gonna keep saying it because it triggered information for me and gave me confirmation of what we've been talking. We've been talking the narcissistic spirit, right? That knowing, okay, mundane is a personality disorder, it's a disorder of the mind, it is a disorder of the psyche, and he just solidified that it's the nature. It's like when the right and left brain separates, it's when the good and bad person, where they create a whole nother personality, where their shadow begins to take over or their demon side. Called the homecoming. Julia was in rehab, okay, because she went through what she went through. She was rejected, she was going through hard knocks, learning what she needed to learn in the streets, right? And so she put herself in rehab, not that because she was addicted to drugs, but she was, you know, um, certain energies, and it made her start doing things that were out of her character. So jaded with the world, right? She was jaded with her spirituality even. So she met Richard in rehab. He was a counselor. And he approached her like, hey, come over to the group. And then she was like, oh yeah, you talking about God. Positive thing, low key. He was talking about positive, like, yo, you got to do something bigger than yourself. Even if you don't believe it's God, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? And then he opened up to her like, what safe house was you at? Like, like I see your tats. Basically, I knew you were a spiritual woman. But he tracking her. That's the thing. He been on the hunt for her. Because later on in the series, we find out Julia is a goddess. At this time, she doesn't know she's a goddess. Okay? So he starts building a relationship with her. That's how it starts. Innocent. That's how they get you. They innocent. They have this innocent. But the thing about it is that that's really them. That's really part of their personality. That's the good side of them. Yo, okay, so good. So then y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. So Richard was having her start looking on the right side of life. They became friends. They started, studying spirituality. He started teaching her about the different deities, right? Like, yeah, these, you know what I'm saying? You could reach out to them and da 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 da. And specifically, it was the deity of Urzuli Danta. Okay, if you've seen the picture of one of the pictures of the deities, it was Urzuli Danta with the child, Black Madonna and child. Okay, also known as Saint Barbara, patron saint of single women, others with children, LGBTQ community. Okay, and so he was like, yeah, we just got to petition her. We got to find different, we're going to find it. And he had a group and he introduced her to his friends, right? Like an oddball catch. And she openly accepted them. It was a woman with cancer. It was a brother that he was suffering from depression. And they were like an oddball pack. But they were giving off power couple energy within that group, right? So you start to see Richard slash Reynard's shadow start to come out when he took her to go his friend, another friend, where she was trapped in her mind. She was nonverbal, all that. And then she was like, yeah, he was like, your gifts are needed, right? Blah, 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 blah. He was picking her brain. He said to her, I gave you a test, Julia. You're the ace up our sleeve. So that means he knew of her power. He knew who she was. He knew of her energy. You see? These fox spirits know who you are. That's how they come off. They come off as, okay, masculine energies. This is the Delilahs. This is the Jezebel spirits. Okay? You understand me? Coming and seeking to cut your hair off and take your power. We are going to call in the original, because I know it's not just one person in live. We're going to get the original numbers because the ones and the I need to hear this message. Because this one's even deeper than the one I just dropped. So all chosen ones who need to hear this message shall hear it. Now, that's how they start off. They pretend like they don't know nothing about, negative spirituality. Oh, I'm a white witch. You know what I'm saying? White witch. I deal with, love and light. You know what I'm saying? They come off like that, or they may be younger than you, and naive, that they don't know what's going on, and then these masculine energies, they will come to you like, what do you like? They want to be inquisitive, like, what do you like? What do you do? Let's go on date night. Let's I'm all about you. Hey, let's start this business together, right? That's what Richard was. It was her. They were a team. Richard and Julia were running that group. Because remember, they was coming over and studying magic. Hey, and was studying magic together in her house. So she was like, hey, tell them to come over. I want to meet them. You know what I mean? She was open. See? Chosen ones, we are always open. Our heart is always open to traditional love. She was open. Bring your friends. Yeah, come on. And then, see, he was like, oh, you need to level up. So he was unassuming, but yet again, he had more knowledge than her. Like I said, he knew who she was. These energies know who you are. So that's how they get you, okay? Now, I'm looking at my notes, y'all. Hold on, I'm trying to see my notes right now. Hold on. All right. Now, Richard started telling because they was like, Richard, why are you trying to contact this energy? Why are you doing this time magic? And he was like, he was playing it off like he was trying to help his friends and that, like, because one of them had cancer and all that. And then they was like, well, what about Richard? And he was like, well, I left my son in a car. I was a drug addict and I left my son in a car and blah, 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 blah. Which, if you watch the whole series, later on, it gives you the truth about his son. What happened with his son was the mother took the son away and had to go non-contact. Why? Because he's a narcissist. Because he had a dual nature. Because his shadow side was very fucking dangerous. His shadow side was a fox spirit. Because he enticed her. He seduced her. They are seducers. Fox spirits. First, let me talk about this fox ahead of myself. Let's talk about what a fox spirit is before we go into the case study. Negative fox spirit is very cunning. They're cold. They're calculated. Dangerous. Selfish. It's only about them. Smile in your face. But they have ulterior motives the whole time. The whole time they come off as, a fox is is smaller than a coyote even. But it hunts its prey. It'll come off like, I'm just a little cute little cuddly fox, but it'll rip up your hen house. You see me? And take all the spoil, the bounty and the spoils for themselves. They come from a fire energy, okay? Wand energy, very highly sexual. So they will have sex with anything. They will, if they have a phallus, they will stick their phallus in any and everything. If they have a yoni, they will let anything come into their yoni. Okay? Very, very deceitful. All right? So Richard, now, he was lying about his son. Like, oh, to get sympathy. That's what they, these bitches. He lied to get, everybody was like, oh my God. And he was like, so I'm recovered now. That's why he was in the rehab. Because he's like, oh, I recovered. I used to be an addict, right? But we know that his never left. And of course, it will never leave. The point is to integrate it in a healthy way. But what he was doing was like, okay, so now, like I said, I was noticing the cinematography. So when we were Richard, right? If y'all notice, the color muted. Because he's a ginger. That was another reason why they chose him. Actor. He had red hair. But when they showed him as Richard, they muted the color, especially when they was in Julia's apartment, where you see his red hair. You couldn't see the fire element in him. You couldn't see seriousness in him. He's showing you the muted side of himself. Okay? Later on in the series, we find out, again, he was looking for his son. His son was magical. But again, he was deceitful. Fox spirits, masculine fox spirits, mess with women's womb. They are energy harvesters. Let's continue, okay? And he kept saying to Julia, like, after time that they slept together. Okay, before that, when they had their little celebration, they like, yay, we found the goddess. Yay, we found how to summon her. Whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And they was having a little party with their little group, right? Everybody was drinking champagne except for Richard. Richard was drinking. When they was toasting with the champagne, he was off to the corner with his water bottle like, all right, y'all, and drank the water. Because he was trying to subdue his shadow side, because he know himself. He's an addict. That is another characteristic of a fox spirit. They have highly addictive personalities. Not just one. They are sex addicts. They are drug addicts. They are alcohol addicts. They are food addicts. They are money addicts. They're greedy. Straight up greed. So in order for him to subdue his addictive side, he gotta go full cold turkey. So he wasn't even messing with the champagne either. Check it, y'all. I just peeped this shit. That's what I'm saying. Retrograde season, you gotta go back in order to go forward. Now, at the party, him and Julia, they wind up sleeping together, right? She felt it was right. You know, they had a friendship going. You know what I'm saying? And she trusted him. Because he didn't give her, no. His shadow, when they went to go see the black lady friend that was smart, and he sent Julia into the black lady's mind to retrieve some information. And then even the black lady did say, like, I want to die because, you know, I'm trapped in my body, you know. She was in a wheelchair. She was like comatose, basically. And she was like, just kill me. It don't make no sense. I'm not coming back. And Julie was like, no, I didn't come here for this. And he looked at her and was like, what you think? It's all rainbows and unicorns? It ain't gonna be that. This is real life, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you seen his disdain because she was so loving, like, so, she was emotionally distraught over it. You see, that was when the first time when his shadow started to seep out, when his mask started to lift. Okay. So he was calling Julia the ace of up their sleeve. He was like, "You're the ace up. You're the one with the fire." He was like, "Don't ever lose that fire." See, he was attracted to her light, to her fire, because he's a fire energy. 9 times out of 10, these fox spirits will have fire prominent somewhere in a chart. Somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He tried though. He tried. He did try. But that's the thing you have to realize with these energies, that their psyche separated, right? Or they allow for their shadow to take over the vessel. I'm gonna get to it. Fully took over. Hold on. It's not really more of a facade, because that sweetness that they show you is really a part of an aspect of themselves. We see it in a lot of shows, like how um where twin, like Brother Panic broke it down. I don't want to do his whole dissertation, but he broke it down. Like in the movies, they will show them as brothers, they will show them as twins, show them as, you know what I'm saying. And remember, the year of the six is the twins, it's the Gemini, it's the lovers, and also the devil, right? That's why the lovers card and the devil card is mirror images of itself. It's the angel, right? The angel, and then there's the fallen angel, which is Lucifer. And then you have the couple, the interaction. Then you have the couple that's in a karmic interaction. You see what I'm saying? That sweet side of Richard, that's Richard. That's really owner of the vessel. That was really him. But due to his trauma, the shit that he went through, the heartbreaks that he went through, the shit that he went through in his life, right? His shadow side took on a life of its own. That's how he became a narcissist. That's how he became a fox spirit. So hold on. Y'all making me get ahead of myself now. Hold on, let's do it play by play. Okay? He knew who she was. He seen her light. Let me go back now. I didn't write down much. Okay, so that means I'm gonna have to go off in memory. All right. He knew of her life. So they finally got a way to summon her. They got the right ritual. They got the right whatever they had to do. So them as a group, right? They did the ritual. Even Julia brought her, oh no, Katie, right, would wind up being a mutual friend, right? He needed her gift to break through. He needed her faith. He needed her innocence. He needed her trusting nature. You see what I'm saying? In order to summon, right, the so-called goddess. But when we go later on in the show, we find out the goddess he was trying to summon was his ex. I have to go into the future in order for y'all to get the context. Because the goddess that came through to Julia, right? Because came to her in a dream and showed her where to go find the information. That goddess right there, that black lady that used to play on Jamie Foxx, I forgot her name, right? She was Richard ex. And I think she's the one that activated his fox spirit. So this is another indicator of this fox spirit. They, like I said, they deal with multiple people. So the sexual act, they may not be, they could have been activated by someone that, oh, okay, that was his mom. Okay, because I didn't get that far into the back to watch what was going on. But that's even worse. That's even worse. So you imagine The trauma that he experienced from his mama. Yeah. And that's why he was trying to summon this mother energy, Santa energy, to summon his mama. Right, he had abandonment issues, but hold on. That's that case study, but case in point, be an ex that they dealing with. That could be an experienced witch. You know what I'm saying? Girl, you know I'm binge watching. But I couldn't wait till I get all of that to deliver this message, because y'all need to get prepared for this shit here. And somebody may be in right now in the thrall of a fox spirit and is needing to get out. So that's why spirit had me know you needed to deliver this message tonight, right before the winter solstice. 8 right now. 8 right here I'm looking at. Okay? So I'm going to give y'all different examples. That's what I'm saying. It could be an ex that could have broken his heart or corrupted him. Oh, okay, Stanley, we talking about the show The Magicians. It's called The Magicians on Netflix. Now, like I said, you got to get past the little racial undertone, the little racial comments, the fact that the majority of the main cast is white. You know what I'm saying? You got to get past the filler shit to get the jewels, the show. Okay? Because this is some deep shit. Like I said, I've experienced narcissistic energy through my lifetime. And it got to a point where I was afraid of interactions, because I was like, damn it, I've had narcissistic interactions with friends, family, lovers. And, you know, I got to a point where I was like, everybody. I'm not letting nobody get in. I'm not letting nobody get close. But then my true self is like, you gotta be, you. That's who you are. You love. You're a lover. So I'm coming to y'all with a heavy heart at this time, delivering this message. They are energy harvesters through sex. And like I said, even with discernment, y'all, like the little indicators that Richard gave Julia, it wasn't enough for her to be like, I ain't fucking with him. He panic. Da 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 da. Like I said, the little things that she saw or felt, you know what I'm saying? The little things that she saw or felt, it wasn't enough at that time for her to be like, he's underhanded. No, because he was showing her his sweet side. Sometimes the discernment is there. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, the interaction with the fox spirit, when it was introduced into my life, I asked my guides, like, you know what I'm saying? Is this really real? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's really real. See, that's why I had to deliver the message. And my guide said, you got to let this play out. We can't tell you yay or nay. You got to just let this play out. Play responsibly. Play responsibly. But you got to let this play out, baby girl. You'll see the truth in the end. That's what my guides told me. And I said, okay, I'm going to trust you. My guides, you see me? Most high, you see me? So, like I said, there's also a positive connotation to the fox, because if y'all remember in season 1, Alice and Quentin turned into foxes when they had their intent, and it was innocent as hell. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't no they were dealing in the fire energy, so that's why they turned into foxes the first time that they made love. And like I said, they weren't deceptive towards one another. They really loved each other. So again, it's not always negative, but we talking about the negative side of that interaction. You forgot about that, right? Yeah. They straight up nerds. Alice and Quentin is straight up nerds. And they love each other. and they turned into foxes and was frolicking in the snow and getting freaky. Okay? Like sex itself. Sex is not a nasty thing. It is sacred. It is spiritual. But when you encounter the negative fox spirit, they know the power of such. So, feminine energies, if you encounter or you have an entanglement with a fox spirit, you may notice that your urine will start to smell different. This is how you know, girl. Yeah. Frequency. And then you may think you got a UTI or something, or I wonder if this nigga gave me an STD. But then you go to get tested. They like, nah, you all negative. Nah, you ain't got no UTI. You good. You dairy juice and shit. You know what I'm saying? But your urine is different to fucking Ross. It's smelling weird and shit after you fucking with. Why? Because he is energy harvesting you. Masculines you the same way. It ain't no different. Even if y'all using condoms, it is the spiritual aspect. He could be giving you a spirit. That's why when they say spiritual STD, that shit is real, my nigga. Oh shit, I'm running out of gas. That shit is real, my nigga. That's the first indicator. Your urine is smelling different. If you have an orgasm, you're gonna think you, it may feel like it's a spiritual orgasm, y'all. I can't explain it. You may feminine energies, you may feel like you're about to you know, flow, the water's about to flow, but it doesn't flow. It feels like it's happening, but it's you will feel your pelvis lift up off of the bed, like on some spirit, like he extracting your energy while you're orgasm. Masculine energy, same thing. You won't be like, this girl is skilled. These motherfuckers are highly skilled. Now that should be a red flag, because that means that they done had to been with how many people to know exactly what to do, how to do it, exactly what place. And when they say, oh, could feel it. I feel you. I feel that. I feel your essence. I feel your essence. That's because they really feel they really drawing from your spirit. Now, y'all, if y'all remember the show, after Reynard, now let me tell you, okay, let's talk about how he activated his shadow completely. What happened when they summoned the goddess, right? And that was his mother. Now that y'all clearing it, jogging my memory. It was the mother. What did she do? She came and she said, Julia. She's a Julia too, in a way. I kind of got that from her, from what I remember from the show. Because remember, low key, Julia is a goddess. They didn't reveal that yet in the first season, right? So, like I said, these fox spirits, they were fueled. They could be fueled by ex, mama, whatever. You know, third party energies, right? We've been talking about that. They could have another reader had a reading about a karmic couple that she allows the masculine to have sex with powerful women in order to usurp that energy and then to bring it to her. Okay, so she called out Julia and was like, look, and ripped out Richard's heart, took a bite out of it, and then put it back in him, and then summoned his shadow. I told you they're gonna have fire in each heart. Exactly. Exactly. Highly skilled at energy harvesting during sex, during the act. Check it. So now Reynard is activated. Y'all seen? And he was like, and then he killed the three friends that he brought. He killed them off the rip. Like, y'all not needed. Pew. So what that is to me is those was also sexual partners, right? The transgender. And again, it's no shot. I'm not shooting nobody down for their preferences. We're talking about an energy. So he was sleeping with that transgender, okay? He was sleeping with that. He was sleeping with the one that was sick. He was sleeping with everybody. But they weren't powerful. They were weak. So that's why he killed them. Like, they weak. I don't need you. It's Julia I'm after. Then he was going to take Julia's friend, Cody. He was going to take Katie or whatever, right? But Julia was like, you ain't touching her. Da-da. He was like, all right. No. When he said, when you address me, you avert your gaze. He's insecure. He did not want her to look him directly in the eyes. Remember, his eyes changed? This is another indicator. Their face will look different at times, especially when their shadow is taking over. It's in the eyes. So you notice when they demon side, when they on demon time, they like to wear sunglasses. Pull up. Pull up, selector, and rewind. Hit the like button if you love me. Send me some love to the Cash App, Empress Elegance. Because this is real. And he knew of Julia's power. He knew. That's another thing. Right? So yeah, they wear darkers. Them the like for you to look in the eye because their eyes look different when they on demon time. Yes, I. Yeah, there's positive and negative connotations to all of the spirit animals. Okay? So that's another indicator. When he really sees that you avert your gaze, you don't look at me right directly in my eye. And still kept looking him in the eyes and was like, she said, I said, get the fuck away from her. Right? She still affirmed her power, affirmed her power, and showed him, like, even though she was afraid, but she still was like, nigga, you ain't gonna kill my friend. You know what I'm saying? Or you ain't gonna fuck my friend. Because that's what he was about to do. He was about to rape her. I mean, excuse me, R word. Pull up selector, rewind. R word. Okay? These fox spirits, okay, if they're a masculine, they can't stand wise, powerful women. Women that are they are jealous, they are envious of their energy. Right? Hence his mother. His mother was powerful. His mother was a goddess. So when he sees that, right, even though he was so-called bigging her up, he was jealous of it because he can't do them type of thing that Julia can do on her own, on his own. He needed her. Jealous and envious of her knowledge, power, talent, and skill set. And said, well, fuck it, I'm going to fuck it out of you. Okay? If it's a feminine fox spirit, and that's why he was dealing with a transgender, because he really hates women. So he'd rather be with a man that looked like a woman. Yo. Pause. But I bet if Julia asked him, like, have you ever been with, no, no, it's all about me and you, boo. No. If it's a feminine fox spirit, and if y'all do have threesomes, she likes to, you know what I'm saying, put strap on things and do things to the feminine energy because she really despises the masculine virility and the masculine power and strength that he displays during his act. Remember, I told y'all the phallic energy is a weapon. It could be a weapon of creation, it could be a weapon of destruction. So these feminine fox spirits envy the power that the masculine power has in his phallic energy that he could create or that he could destroy. And so she wants to put a fake one on in order to feel that power, that masculine energy, or that control or domination, to be able to dominate. And so she does it in cunning ways to dominate the masculine energy, to emasculate him. It's getting nippy out here, y'all. It's getting nips. But I can't, I'm not going in the crib to deliver this. I don't want that energy in the house. You see what I'm saying? So boom, Reynard is fully activated out in his mug. He's like, welcome, let me introduce myself. This is also me. So Julia saves her friend's life and was like, get out of here. Because she knew he would have killed her. So, she, he all word Julia, you could say. So let me translate that into layman terms. The sex could have been consensual, right? Right, with these fox spirits, right? You having an entanglement or whatever, or you thinking you building a power couple with this fox spirit, and the sex is consensual, but then the energy harvesting isn't. The spiritual STD, the depositing of spiritual STDs isn't consensual. So that is spiritual R. You see what I'm saying? So he did that to Julia. You see me? And later down and down the road, she winds up pregnant. Now I'm just going off of memory because I haven't rewatched this part. So if those of y'all that watched it, y'all remember, let me know. Wasn't she spiritually pregnant? Like, wasn't she taking like pregnancy tests and the shits was coming up negative, but she didn't see her period and all that? You know what I'm saying? Thank you. So he impregnated her with a demon seed. And then she had to go get a spiritual abortion. She had to go to some diggy low spiritualist to do some bill. She had to pay out the ass too. Now we know in layman terms, even if you get physically pregnant, sometimes your insurance may not cover it and you got to come out of pocket. And if that nigga don't want to give you the money or he done disappeared, you gonna have to pay for that shit yourself. Yo, beware of the fox spirit. Now, right. I told you. Y'all. This shit is real. This shit is so real, y'all. And the reason why this is being allowed is because down the road, this is how Julia finds out she's a damn god down the line. All of her traumas, she find out she had the power within her the whole time. The whole time. And remember too, he was looking for an heir, right? That's what he been doing. He been impregnating women. Remember I said we find out in the show his son didn't die. The mother had to go into hiding because he's dangerous. He's a narcissist. He wanted control over the son. He wanted to turn the son into him. He wanted the son to be a demon too. So she was like, not my child, fuck that. And that mother put her and the son in hiding. For real. That's why I said trigger warning, because this is some sadistic shit. And the chosen ones, like we being, with the year of the lovers and all that, you know what I'm saying? These entanglements and these demonic energies are coming forward. And I'm going to go deeper in part 3. But that's going to be posted on Patreon because I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about even further. And it seemed like, yeah, that's fucked up. And then remember when she was telling Quentin what happened to her, he was like, listen, you was trying to do the right thing. You was looking for the good in life. Like, you can't blame yourself for what happened. And then even when she called in Marina, cause her and Marina were like arch enemies, but yet they was turning into friends, right? And when she summoned, okay, boom, that's another part. She called in Marina to help her. Like, listen, I'm gonna have to use you as bait so we could get this nigga. See, that's where Julia fucked up too, cause she was trying to get him back. You see what I'm saying? You can't try to do that shit. You can't try to get them niggas. Remember, from what I remember, yeah, that attempt was failed when she tried to kill him. When she enlisted the beast, which was like another devil spirit. Right. No, but what happened was her friends had other agenda because she took the beast. She was like, she double crossed her friends to get the beast to use him as a weapon to kill Reynard, to get back at him, to kill him. And then her friends wind up turning on her. You see what I'm saying? Because she turned on them. So that was where she fucked up too. So you can't try to look for how you could get retribution at this person, because they're gonna fall on their own sword. And remember, everybody got a role to play. It's a trickster energy. It's a trickster energy. You're gonna be so. This is why. Listen, when I linked up with one of these fox spirits one time, our spirit animals made their presence known in front of our face, literally. And I said, okay, boom, I'm that. I know that represents me. That must represent him. So when I did the research, I chose to see the higher vibration, the higher meaning. And I was like, well, hopefully the lower meaning is, so you can't do that. This is why I'm delivering this. Like, you can't do that. You got to be like, oh, look at that shadow. That's what you got to look at. You got to look at people's shadow when you link up with people. And if you in tune, Most High gonna show you signs like, listen, they got a choice to make. Tread carefully. And let me tell you too, these fox spirits, they get into like your spirituality, like, because you start, like, again, she started trusting him. So she would let him know, like, her level of study, like where she was in her level of study and her spirituality. So now you're gonna have to flip that shit up. Like I said, if you show them, like, the type of candles you use for protection, and then now you're gonna have to switch that shit up. They know that they know, they like, yeah, we could break through that barrier, because you see what I'm saying? Like I said, Richard been slaying everybody down. He been slaying everybody down. for decades because he had an older son. The son would wind up in his 30s, 40s. He been impregnating and leaving. That's what they do. And if it's a feminine fox spirit, she gets pregnant all the time, deceiving dudes like, yeah, it's yours. We see it all the time in paternity court. She come 2, 3 times. Oh, I thought for sure this one was the father. Looking for a check, looking for child support. When she knows she done been slinging and laying on everybody, on every pole, sliding down 5 pole a day. You see me? And they want to put that child on using masculine. Like, it's yours. This is yours. I know it's you. And he's not aware test, but or if she's pregnant, you see what I'm saying? And you can't get the paternity test right away. You buying crib, you move house, you get done gave her a key, you taking care of all of her needs. Oh, I can't work. I got morning sickness. I can't work anymore. Then she really starts showing her ass. Start going through your phone, start acting crazy. Why did you like that picture? Who told you to be liking that picture? Why you liking that bitch picture? Should I DM her? Like, stay the unfriend her. Unfriend her. Wreaking havoc in the masculine. And y'all, I know from both angles. I know what y'all go through too. I know. I don't call myself, I don't say I'm the high priest. I know. Most High make me know what's going on, yo. You gotta beware these spirits, B, because they will entangle you. They will spiritually entangle you. Even if you feel like you done broke up with them, they will still stalk you. Because didn't he still wind up like keeping track of Julia? Like he kept, and that was another other woman that had his first son was in deep hiding because he was forever trying to track her down. He ain't let that go. He ain't let that go. Oh, she always had to move and house hop and shit like that because he was always stalking her, trying to find her. Let me pull some cards, y'all, because I'm going to give remedies. How to detach yourself if you got yourself in an entanglement with these fox spirits. And Julia, yo, you could see it in her face, B. She was just blaming herself, yo. Blaming herself for what Richard Raynard did to her. You know? Damn, yo. This shit real. And they trying to mess you up and try to distract you from your mission, trying to usurp your energy, try to steal your energy so you don't have no energy to put forth your mission, your destiny, what you supposed to do, how you supposed to help other people, to close off your heart. Okay, boom. Segueing into when she met the beast and she was trying to utilize the beast. The beast was also, that's how I know he represented Lucifer in a way, because he was trying to illuminate her on certain shit. He was a master magician himself, right? He let his shadow fully take over. His shadow fully take. But we know he was molested as he was M-word as a child. You see what I'm saying? And that's why his shadow took all the way over. You know what I mean? And he was like, you gotta cut that part of you that's in your heart, you know, and let that shit go. Like, basically turn off your humanity, right? Like in Vampire Diaries. Lock off your humanity. Just turn it off. Let me take it from you. He was like, I could take it from you. I could take that part, that dark part of your heart. But really, it was the light. It was really that so-called shade that they called in the magicians. Was when you saw when he tried to take it out of her, it was really light. And she was like, nah, put it back. put it back. I need it. Like, nah, I need that light that's within me, that part of my heart that still wants to be open to love. You still got to be open to love, even though you have been outfoxed, or, you know what I'm saying, you got tricked by a masterful trickster. You can't go dark, because that was their mission. Their mission, why they were deployed, was to get you to turn off your love, your heart light, to put the shade on the light. You see what I'm saying? On the lamp that is within. That's why they called it the shade. Y'all, this is so deep, y'all. Because why? Because you choose love, right? Remember that channel that I put out a couple years back? You are chosen. You are the chosen because you choose love. You choose high. You choose to connect to your divinity. That have let their shadow take over, they've lost their connection to the Most High. They blame the Most High for what has gone wrong in their life. They don't see the lesson in it. They don't see the blessing in it. They say, well, you know what I'm saying, you wasn't supposed to mama do that to me, or my papa do that to me. You wasn't supposed to let that happen to me as a child. If you so loving God or whatever, da 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 da. It's what you choose. It's the choices. Again, the basis. We got to go back to go forward, y'all. It's so deep. I know. Especially for feminine energy, where you're vulnerable and you have to literally open yourself. You got to open your legs. You open your legs to somebody that you trust. And even as divine feminine, we know that those periods are far and few in between. Because we know that it's that we know that the sexual act is an energy exchange, and we know that it's sacred. So when we feel like we could trust you and open up to you, you see what I'm saying? It's a vulnerability. And even men, it's a vulnerability, especially when they orgasm. It's a vulnerability, because with men, when they ejaculate, they straight up ejaculating spinal fluid, life force. Their life force is coming out in there ejaculating. You see me? That's why some men, they be real particular. They be, even if they wear protection, they be putting that shit, taking it out with them. Like this girl, now I gotta get my light and steal my, what he said? Wu-Tang, what that song? Kidnap and beat up my sperm. You know what I'm saying? Some masculines be real particular. They make sure they take that joint and flush it down the toilet. Like, you ain't gonna scoop nothing out of that. And keep base through that shit. Talk about, I'm pregnant. It's real. Beware the fox. Kidnap and bait up the sperm, yo. That's what y'all do. They don't have no loyalty to fuck it. They have no loyalty to no one and nothing. And what is also happening to these fox spirits at this point in time too, is that they are encountering other fox spirits that are doing the same shit that they did to you. Ooh, what is this? Yeah. Shit. In living color, bleed. What is this? 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords, y'all. Do y'all see this shit? Look at this shit here. Remember, Richard was a skilled magician, y'all. These people are, they act like, oh, I don't know much about it. I don't know much, Yeah, we're just trying to find out about the goddess. You know what I'm saying? Look at that shit. Wide open to trap you. You see this shit, Stanley? Now my energies do the reverse. You see me? They want to trap you. Yo. It's getting cold out here. Hold on, y'all. I don't want to get sick. I'm going to pull. I need 3 because this shit is real. This shit is getting real. This shit is getting real. What's this? About the 8-8. We got the 8 of chalices. Look. Like I said, when you found out, you know what I'm saying, or when you saw that they tried to trap you, now masculine, like I said, put yourself in these shoes. You walked away like, nah, son, I don't want what you're offering because it's a phallus, because it's deceptive. Because I've seen your real self. Look. And then look at the grin, too. Yo. That slick, sly. Nah, I get sick, B. I get sick. That's why I'm about to close it out. And I'm going to do part 3 tomorrow. And I'm going to let y'all know when it's up on Patreon for the winter solstice. So that way you can have y'all tips and tricks. You know what I'm saying? For y'all to get out of this type, for you to come out of this energy. Cause for the end of the year, they're going to try for the winter. Remember, this is the darkest time of the year, literally. This is where the night is long, the longest night. I'm done. We got 3 8s. I'm done. The 8 of Wands, my nigga. The energy harvesting. And was what did I tell you about the third party, Mars in retrograde, third going awry, right? So let's say, the reason why you walked away is because you found out, like, yeah, they been cheating, or they still seeing their ex, or they still, you know what I'm saying? They said their ex was out the picture, and then you find out there's 3 exes in the picture, 3 exes that they still fucking with. So therefore, that means that you've been fucking them too, even if it's not in the same session. You see what I'm saying? You thinking he sold you the power couple, she sold you the power couple energy. Yeah, boo, I'm about your business. I'll be your assistant. I'll be your right hand. I'll start my own business underneath your umbrella. Meanwhile, energy into her starting her business as a masculine energy, right? As a provider for your boo-boo, right? She just taking that money. She ain't doing no business. She taking that money, giving it to her next boo, or for spending it for her upkeep, or you giving her money for the children. She getting her hair and nails done so she could look good for her D appointment, for her sneaky link. See? For her sneaky link. And you investing in her time, energy, blood, sweat, fluid, spinal fluid. And she giving it off to somebody else. She giving her goodies to everybody else. Look at this shit. Energy harvesting. Taking your energy because you are a powerful beholder of some divine energy. Some powerful light. But see, it's judgment time. So everything is backfiring on them blood clot because your energy is too strong. What's at the bottom of the deck, y'all? The Knight of Wands. I'm loving this depiction of Mira. Look at that shit. It's giving me strength card energy. It's giving me Archangel Michael energy with this Knight of Wands. This is you taking your energy back. This is you taking your light back. And look here, you see how it looked like he got these tentacles coming out from his chest, from his heart space, right? This night is looking like they snapping off. So feminine energies, I feel like there's a true divine masculine energy that you really gonna be a power couple with is also battling this energy in the spiritual realm as well. Or you could have some powerful guides, some powerful ancestors, some warrior masculine energy, ancestors that are battling this energy and cutting these connections. Okay, cutting and severing the tie. So of course you're gonna have to do your, but it's gonna have to take something stronger than regular cord cutting rituals when you deal with this type of fox spirit energy, because they've been energy harvesting you. And if you have dealt with more than one and being a chosen one, you probably have dealt with this numerous times. Numerous times. It's going to take more than a yoni steam, B. Like I said, this is segueing into the next one, because we're going to go into the tools for the battlefield, the weapons for the battlefield. I feel like this is perfect, because you're going to take back your energy, your power, and your strength. Because that shit is fucked up when you being energy harvested. And let me tell y'all. So I you know how they got the pre-made salads, so I buy a couple of them and I grab one whenever I gotta go to work. I just grab one of those for my lunch. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a salad and be good. You know what I mean? And I put the salad in my lunch bag. I get to work. I put my whole lunch bag in the fridge at work. And then when it's my break time, I go to take the salad out. That shit is rotten. Swollen. The package was swollen. It was looking all wet. And I said, what the fuck? I know it wasn't like that when and it's not like I had it out long. Just from the drive from the house to the job. How the hell did shit rotten out? You see what I'm saying? That's all part of the sabotage, B. That's how it works. That's how they usurp your energy. Like when you trying to get your money up, you trying to start a new adventure, you trying to do, yo. I love y'all. I love y'all. I know. So I think this brings this installment to a conclusion. Y'all get the gist of what I'm talking about. Y'all could start from the beginning if you never watched The Magicians. But it's a long ass series. But I started to watch back at season 1, episode 10, The Homecoming. The Homecoming. You see what I'm saying? What's going on? Yo, they was chemtrailing this shit out the sky today. Trying to make fake, and the sun still was coming through the fake, and all of the chemtrails and shit. The sun was still beaming forward. And you could see a rainbow corona through the clouds. You could see the rainbow circle throne. The 7 seals have been broken open, y'all. So rely on your strength, Germany, to get through these times, to get through these attacks. Armor up, spiritually armor up. It's time to go back in the lab, y'all. That's why I was like, I'm not going to be pulling too many cards and all that. This is straight channeling. You see me? case study. We're going to be looking at the case studies. You see? You know what I mean? Because it's time. I even slowed up on watching like other readings, even though they be pertinent information that a lot of my sister high priestesses be putting out. But a lot of it is too much twin. He coming back. Your twin flame done did magic on you. That ain't, that ain't it. That ain't it. Your twin flame coming here. He cheated on you. You know, Ocean. You know it. Because the real highly qualified ones, it's a different type. As I said, I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna give y'all the link. The link for my Patreon is already there, but don't do it just yet. Let me revamp it and put that first installment back up there, because I got a lot of channelings that I had put out from earlier this year, and I recorded it, but I never posted it publicly because I was like, some of this shit is too deep. Some of this shit is only for the qualified ones. This ain't for the collective. This is only for the I them. This is for the ones that choose love over hate every time. Over these fox spirits, yo. Y'all seen these cards, yo? When you said, nah, son, and I'll go for that, man. No, I don't want to join your orgy. No. Man, I ain't out them thing there. And then they go. Like, you don't want to join our, or when even certain covens in society and all these things, they try to get you to enthrall you and trap you in, and you like, nah, son, man, I ain't of that. And they like, oh, she thinks she too good. Oh, she thinks she too good. Well, we gonna still do what we gonna do, or we gonna try to use her energy and her effigy. And then when your energy, your phoenix energy come out, they can't handle that shit. Because they figuring they gonna take from you. They gonna take your blessings, your gifts, your money, your inheritance, right? All the shit that others been talking about, that we've been talking about as well, right? When they try to take that shit from you, your reputation, your accolades, you know what I mean? Try to take your man, your woman. Yo, I appreciate I. And then when they get in your energy, yo, wait, hold on. Major hype. Y'all, major hype. He's on Instagram mostly. Major hype. Oh, you want me to take a picture of the cards? Yeah, because that shit is real, right? And post it. Good idea, Stanley. Thank you. I'm gonna put it in the community post. Yo, Major Hype just did a little skit of like, they like he's about to have sex with this girl, right? And you like, yeah, I'm about to give it, yeah, me, I gotta give it to you, girl. And she like, yeah, give it to me. And then he like, damn, why is this so good? He said, no, this is Demon Poom Poom. He said, He said, get dressed, get out right now. She said, what? He said, no. Your pum pum too good now. Your pum pum too wet. No. It's too good. No. This demon pum pum, yeah. Move up. He said, get dressed and leave. Left out. He said, nah, man. Me want mediocre. Me don't want you ruin my life. Yo, I was like, confirmation. When it's too good. When it's too good, and you say to yourself, like, yo, I don't think I could live without this type of daggering, you better bolt. You better bolt. And you having spiritual orgasms and shit like that. You spraying you spraying you spraying in the 5D and shit, nigga. You better go. No, this is some outer worldly shit. Oh no, that's how Twin Flames exits. It's out of this world. It's no, that's a fox spirit. Move up. Move up. That's some demon dick. Move up. Cause you not mush up my life. You not give me no spiritual STD. You not give me no spiritual pregnancy. Taking pregnancy. Yo, Julia was taking pregnancy tests and that shit was negative. But she was getting the cravings. She was getting the morning sickness. Her stomach was growing. Her period was missing. All type of thing. Once Reynard had her, when it was Richard, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Yo, y'all, this shit is nothing to fuck with. People gonna say you're mad. But what are you saying? What do you mean spiritual pregnancy? That sounds psychotic. We hear it all the time in Africa, in the motherland, where they even show it in their movies and shit like that. Like how they would do spell work on someone that was pregnant, a woman. Like, because, they have first wife, second wife, and let's say the first wife jealous that the younger second wife is pregnant or whatever, and they do spiritual work on them, and then she wound up being pregnant for forever, like 2-3. This girl was pregnant for like 2 years, and she was walking around like, I can't have baby, I can't go to bed, I can't have my baby, I've been pregnant. And she prolonging it because she know it's a boy, and she know he's gonna be the heir. I'll never forget that movie. You hear stories all the they have it. They know about it. They know about them spiritual pregnancies and shit like that. And spiritual work being done. Witchcraft and shit. Sorcery is sorcery. Trying to manipulate other people's energy and shit. But look, this is what's coming. Remember, in the previous reading, justice was there. This shit is leveling out. People's reaping judgment for this type of shit. Trying to tether themselves to you, into your energy, into your resources. Jealous that you got shit. Don't know the shit that you've been through. This was a red flag too about that fox spirit, because I was like, yeah, I've been through a lot of shit in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not telling you everything I've been through. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm not telling you everything that I've been through because I've been through so much. So it's like, as we go, I was forthright and I was forthcoming. Like, what do you want to know? And well, that's nothing compared to what I've been through. And like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you don't know everything I've been through. Like, okay, well then tell me. And then when I be like, all right, tell me. Oh yeah, you've been through this with how many people? Oh yeah. Also, tell me. They want to be like, oh, it's date night. Let's not spoil date night with my story. You see what I'm saying? All right, y'all. I'm freezing. I'm gonna go in and get toasty. You see what I'm saying? And hold an order and light my firelight. More is coming. Like I said, I'm gonna let y'all know tomorrow when I drop the next installment, because we're gonna go even deeper and even further into dealing with these energies that have let their shadow take over, and how they run amok in people's lives and how they affect other people's lives. know what I'm saying? And with that, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? And just armor up. Armor up. This retro, I knew it was gonna be something. I knew it was gonna be something. Cause 2022, again with the time magic, 2022 flew by so fucking fast. Hold on, let me leave these cards out so I'm gonna take a picture for Stanley. 2022. Watch the Magicians, y'all. Yeah, man. Most definitely. 1414. 1414, y'all. And with that, I'm gonna do some more binge watching. I'm gonna prepare my Patreon for y'all. And I'm gonna see y'all on the check-in, beloveds. Peace.